Hi, welcome to episode 4 of the FT show, which I'll be calling Adventures. This is basically me just like talking about my latest trip, which was Morocco. So I'm going to be talking about my experience. I love adventures. Anyone that knows me knows I'm all about my adventures. Like since growing up, I've always loved to travel. I've always loved to go to new places, meet new people, experience people, cultures, food, the way of life. I just love everything adventures. I love adventures. I love nightlife. I love everything. But before then, let me talk about my dress. It's a lovely, it's a Nigerian main dress. Yeah, like I said, like I'm always saying in Nigeria, when it comes to fashion and music, give it up for Nigeria. Like bring the best set of people in the world, and Nigerians, we could compete. When it comes to fashion and music, we could compete with the best and the best set of people in that industry in the world. We are good. Yeah, I got this dress so many years ago. I can't even remember. I think probably more than 2 years. We're in 24, 2004. I got it, I think, around 2022. No, around 2020 or 2021. I don't know. Pre-COVID period, yeah. I love the dress. I was going to wear it for my friend's wedding next month, but I decided to go for different dress. So, yeah. So, anyway, I did this episode yesterday. 1 hour plus video. Record it. I was uploading it on YouTube while doing some other things. Like after uploading it on YouTube, so like I uploaded it on YouTube, so I was like, oh, let me just play it and see what was going on. Then I realized after 19 minutes into the video, my mic stopped working. I was so hungry, but then what shall I do? So I was so hungry. I was just like, it is what it is. So I'm going to be doing a lot of this, checking if my microphone is on. Like I'm going to be doing it like in between my conversation because I honestly don't want to go through what I went through yesterday. So we've talked about that, talked about the dress, the episode. So let's just get into it. So, yeah, my latest adventures I had was in Morocco, Marrakesh, precisely. So I'm going to talk I'm going to be talking about from the beginning. Well, okay, let me first talk about the reason why this is my favorite adventure. So far, so good, because obviously more adventure is going to keep coming up in Jesus' name. So, but so far, so good. Morocco is my favorite, and there are like reasons why Morocco is my favorite. But one of the reason is everything didn't go as planned because I'm this planner. Like I love to plan. I love to plan, have books. I write down almost everything in my head because sometimes like my head gets so I don't want to. So I write down everything. I plan everything from details, the whole 24 hours, the whole day. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to be here for 5 days. Okay, what I will do this today, do this. Like I plan almost everything. So I write it down, put it on my phone, like everything. But this miracle trip, nothing went as I planned, and it was still amazing. And I'm always having this thinking that, oh, if things didn't go as I planned, like I'm really, like this just unknown, and I'm always like, oh, like just this scary. Like I just don't like when I do. I mean, like yeah, life you can't really plan everything in life, but then I just don't really like when I don't have a plan. So I was like, so with with things not going as I planned, it still became like amazing. Like I still had like amazing time. I made good memories. I had fun. I was happy, and it was just like it was just I was just so full of joy because like what, God's plan is always better than our plan. Like 100% always better. So that's one of the main reasons why this is my favorite adventure. Also, I experienced a lot of people, which is like Morocco people. I experience their goodness, I experience their kindness, I experience their warmth. Like people went out of their way to make me feel welcome, make me feel like I was home, which like I like when I experience strangers, especially people that don't know me from nowhere and they don't want anything in return, just makes me believe in God, makes me believe in the positive aspect of life. So yeah, that's also one of other reason. And thirdly, it makes me feel like home. I mean, it's an African country and I'm from Africa. and like it just makes me feel at home, makes me feel like I'm surrounded around my people. And okay, fourthly, it reminded me so much of Benin, excluding Benin Republic. So there's so many places, there's so many things that I noticed, I saw, that makes me, that just brought these memories of my Benin Republic days. And there's some places that I passed that also remind me of my childhood also, which was so good. So yeah, so those reasons are part of the reason why so far so good. It is my favorite adventures I've had, and I'll definitely be going back there. So yeah, so okay, now getting into it. So I decided last year that I was going to be going to Morocco to spend my 30th birthday. So I had like my whole plan. I applied for my e-visa, easiest application I've ever done. I love the whole process. Everything was just so easy. It was online. They send you your e-visa. You have to print it out. Everything went like so far. So I had that. But the only reason, like, they only give single entry, which I believe like they're just thieves. They're just trying to make money off that. So they only give single entry. So I had my e-visa since last year. So sometime I think early this year, Morocco got trended online, Twitter precisely, where people were talking about their experience. Like some people came out talk about how they didn't really enjoy um they didn't really enjoy their holiday. They went there for holiday, but like Morocco can be racist. Like they experience racism, like just people talking about their experience. And I was like being skeptical. Like I was reading this, I was like, Flasher, are you sure you really want to go to this country to spend your 30th birthday? I mean, if I was going for like any other holiday, I'll probably be like, oh, let me risk it. Like would deal with it. But then it was my birthday, and I didn't really want to have. I really didn't want to experience racism or have like bad experience attached to my birthday. So I was like, oh okay. So I was messaging and calling people that I know that have been there. That oh, what's all like. Like, how was your own experience? Yeah, like everybody just kept saying the same thing. You know what? I really can't tell you what to do. Like, yeah, people coming out to say, oh, they had bad experience. Yeah, like it's all valid, the experience are valid. But me, I went there, I had fun. And other people like, oh, you travel alone. Like, I didn't go alone. I went with a group of people, so we had fun. Like, I really didn't experience racism, but that doesn't mean there's no racism in the country. Like, everybody will just keep the same. I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm I'm just gonna go because I'm in Jebu. I don't like wasting money. I'm like, my visa is not going. Is one single entry. It's going to expire July. Like, oh, I think it was going to expire May. Sorry, it's going to expire May. So I'm like, I'm not going to waste it. Like, I'm just going to go and just like, so I went into planning, book. Like, I use Booking.com for all my planning. Like, anywhere I'm traveling, so I use Booking.com, reading reviews. I saw this hotel that I was like, oh, okay, I love the view, I love the rooms, I love the review I'm seeing. 40 minutes from the airport, not that far. Okay, I'm going to come back to that. But yeah, 40 minutes from the airport. So I was like, oh, yeah, yeah. I booked, I had like, I was working on the budget. So I had like just two activated planned out. I was going to be getting to Morocco on Thursday. I had activity planned out for like Friday. I was going to go for this step climbing, visiting a village, river, and chilling. Then I was like, oh okay, yeah, that Friday. Then Saturday I was gonna go for like this like a dinner in desert where we get to like have dinner in desert and like climb camel ride. So I was gonna go for that, and I was like Sunday. I also saw this restaurant, Noble restaurant on Instagram. Nice view. I love the setting. I love like everything. I was gonna use vibe, but not necessarily like vibe. But I just love like dinner with you. There are people dancing. It's just so nice. I was like, oh, okay. I sent a message, book a reservation. They were like, okay, I'm just gonna do that on Sunday. So yeah, like I said, everything was planned. Like I said, everything was planned. So I had all that planned. I was like, okay, that's it. Then I'll be coming back the next day after my birthday. So for some weird reason, I had my flight for 9:15 in the morning for Thursday. And I like to think because I like to think I was thinking to get there early because oh okay, this is a country I've not been to before. So I want to get there early. I don't want to get there like late. So that's why I booked early flight. Mind you, I don't live in London. I had to leave from my home city down to London, and from London down to Heathrow. I was flying from Heathrow. So the day came Thursday. Like necessary. I got there like as planned again. I was going to take this. I got to London St. Pancras. I was going to take a train down to Heathrow, but the train was delayed maybe for like 10 minutes or so. So I was like, oh, okay, let me take an Uber. I don't even know what I was thinking because train is faster than car. I was like, let me take an Uber at least. Like, so the driver, very nice fellow. It got yeah, it came down, picked me. I got in. So I was like asking him that, oh, what time do you think we're going to get to the airport? He was like, oh, like past 8. I think it was saying something like 10 to 9 or so, or 9 o'clock. I was like, no, my flight is 9:15. I was like, oh, like why did you take like the car? Like why didn't you take train? I was like, train was delayed for like few minutes and I didn't want to wait. And like I honestly didn't even know what I was thinking. Taking the car, I was like, okay, I'm going to try my best for you. So we're like we're literally like on Fast and Furious Part 6 bullshit on the road. I had to like use my seatbelt, like, okay, as much as I want to make this flight, I don't want to die. The guy really tried, like he was like speeding, trying to overtake cars, like it was just when he was driving, I was like, oh, like you're lucky there's not much traffic. So we got to the airport 8:30 or 8:40 something. So like it was our sister, it was like no, just like it was really like oil me, run, go, you can still make it, tell them it was just train. So I got there, I was on the queue, I was looking like okay, what's going on? I had to like ask the people in front of me. I think they're couples, like please, like is your flight 9:15? Mine, they were like, oh no, mine is like like you should go. So I walked there. The guy like no man like necessary. I've checked in already. They were like necessary checked and everything. Then I was checking my flight. I was like, yeah, my flight is like 9:15. Then the guy called someone. So okay, until then, I didn't know that checking in your bag closes 1 hour prior to your flight. I didn't know because I was looking, okay, boarding gate closed 9 o'clock. I go there like 8:43 or 43. I was like, okay, yeah, like I can still make it to board. So I got there. The guy was like, oh, okay, he was talking to someone on the phone. So I guess he was trying to ask if they could still check in my bag, and probably they said no. Then he was like, oh, okay, speak to the guy next, the next desk. I was like, okay, what's going on? I went there. I want to make some phone call. They're like, oh, it's 9:15. And I was like, yeah, but this is not even 9 o'clock yet, but I'm here. He was like, well, and the thing is, we closed check-in for this particular flight. I can't check in my bag, and it's like a big luggage, so I couldn't like even take it with me into the plane. So like which they actually even didn't try. I feel like if they want to be helpful, they could be more helpful. But they're like, oh no, then the guy was talking and I was like, oh okay, like that's the customer pointing me to a number that's our customer care number. Call them and see what's going on, like what they can do. So I called, they went at first they were not really being helpful. They're like, oh okay, you booked your flights through like a traveling agent, you have to call booking.com because we really can't do much from our side. Now at this point I'm angry. Then I called booking.com, like like not necessarily raising my voice, but my tone is not being like it's not like a polite tone anymore because like I'm angry, I'm getting frustrated already. I'm like then booking.com was like, oh yeah, like I was like, I called them, they said they can't do anything, like so what's going to happen? Like I was really angry. I was like, I got you, like I keep emphasizing on I got you before 9 o'clock. But like why can't I fly? Like I was just like really angry. Then they were like, yeah, we can check there's a flight tomorrow. I said no, I have to fly today. Like I have to leave the UK today. Like there's no option of tomorrow. It has to be today. They were like, oh, there's not much we can do. I was like, I called them, but they're telling me they can't do anything because I booked it from you. Then I was like, I had to emphasize on booking.com. Like I had to let them know that I've been a good customer of yours. Like I've used your app for like literally everything like I do. So like you have to be helpful. Like you can't keep telling me they're like can't keep telling me there's not much you can do. They're like, okay, you know what? Call them back and tell them we've given them we've handed over the whole planning things for them that they did something in the system and they gave me a code. I tell them this is the code that now they have access to everything that you should say that and if they come up with a solution I don't like, I should call them back and we'll see what we can do. So I was like, oh okay. Then I called the airline. Then as far as the lady was sounding like she was being helpful, she was trying to be helpful, like, oh okay, yeah, I see there's another okay, because my flight was actually like a stopover. I will have a stopover in Maldives, but then from Maldives then to Morocco. Then they were like, oh, okay, I can see there's another flight leaving Heathrow where you are past 11. At that point, I was like, now I'm angry at myself. I'm like, why did I book 9:50? Why can't I just book this 11 o'clock? But like I said, I like to think I was thinking, oh, let me get to this country that I've not been to. Let me get it early when everything is bright and see what's going on. So they were like, oh, the guy was like, oh yeah, 11 o'clock, like being up for saying all this thing. My mind was trying to calm down. I was like, okay, but the thing is, you pay the difference from that we're going to just subtract the initial price you pay, then you pay the difference. Then I'm like, okay, how much is the difference? Then she said 440 euros. I was like, excuse me, I'm not paying that. Like, do you know how much 440 euros is in pounds? And like, even since like I've paid for my flight, it's not like I missed my flight. I got here before 9 o'clock. Now you're telling me I should pay additional 440 euros. I said, no, I'm not paying it. They were like, oh, there's not much we can do than to cancel. Then I was like, okay, cancel the flight. And she was like, oh, okay. They're trying to cancel. They're like, oh, your cancel policy is showing that we're not going to refund you any amount from this flight that you paid. And like at this point, like I said, angry, frustrated, I just said, you know what, just cancel. So I just said, like, you know what, just cancel. Like, I don't care anymore. So then I called booking.com. Then I told booking.com where they said, like I said, angry, frustrated. You can tell on my tone. Then the guy that was speaking to was like, "Oh, we see that you're a regular customer of ours. We don't like our customer losing money. The flights you bought, the policy, you're not going to get a refund, but we could apply for you to get a refund of your tax, and we'll give you back your booking.com fees. We'll give you back your booking.com fees and everything." I just said, you know what, just do whatever you want to do, because this point, like I said again, angry, frustrated. So my answer is just like, do whatever you want to do. They're like, oh, we're so sorry that we're just going to go on and apply for that, and we'll try and get your tax and we'll give you back your booking fees. So I just said, okay, thank you. So now I'm at the airport. My flight has gone. I can't make a flight. So before all that, while I was in the cab coming, because I was looking at them, I was like, oh, I'm not so sure I can make it for this flight. But I was trying to like check flight prices and all that. So also while I was like at the airport, I was checking flight prices. I was seeing some prices, like I saw some prices. I saw like the cheapest one, like which still wasn't even within my budget. I was like, oh, I don't have the money for this. So I was like frustrated. So I just called a friend. I was like, oh, what's up? One of my friends that stays in London. So I was like, oh, what's up? Like, Kayara, like, I was like, oh, are you not traveling again? I said, see, you didn't want to know what happened. And I explained, and I was like, are you at home? I just want to come to you. I was like, let me just fall asleep. Then I'll be thinking what I want to do, because I really didn't even know what I want to do. It was like, yeah, I was like, I don't have money, like it's not within my budget and everything. It was like, okay, give me some minutes, let me make some phone call, I'll call you back. He called me back. It was like, like you can't miss your flight, like you cannot go for this trip, like you've been talking about this trip, like it's just like it's for your birthday, like, so don't worry, like I was gonna get you a gift, so this is like part of my birthday gift to you, so buy the flights, I'll send you the money. Which he did, he sent me the money, and okay. So like I got the ticket. So I did no, I think I didn't have an option, or did I? But anyway, I got like the latest flight ticket. I think, oh yeah, I think that was the one I was saying. I got for like past 7, so I'll be getting to Morocco past 10. Yeah, yeah. I think I got past 7. I'll be getting to Morocco past 10 to 11. Yeah, about. So I was at the airport sitting, reading book, trying to send, because I made plans of even like have already booked and paid for the cab that is going to come and pick me at the airport and drop me back when I'm flying back. So I was trying to call those ones, because when I was traveling to Morocco, I was doing my investigation, then I realized like Uber doesn't work there. Then I had to download the app, the car ride, the car hire app that actually works there. So I downloaded it. I made those payments, all those ones since last year, and also I was trying to get in touch with those ones. I could not get in touch with them. Very silly ones. I could not get in touch with them. I messaged the hotel I was going to be like staying at. Oh, this is what happened. I could not get in my flight, this and that. But I'm going to be getting to Morocco like past 11 o'clock. Clear about it. That's the okay. They were like, oh yeah, that's okay. Like we'll be waiting for you, but just make sure you've eaten before getting here, because the kitchen will have closed by then. But then in my mind, I'm like, it's not about the food right now. But I was like, oh, that's nice. So So while I was at the airport, I got an email. The activity that I planned, which was for the second day, the climbing of stairs and going to a river, like the village thing activity, those ones they cancelled and they're like, oh, they were going to send my money, like they would do a refund. So I was like, oh, okay, I can't be bothered right now. Like at that, like I'm just like I feel defeated. So I'm just like, okay. So that was cancelled. Then I was in Terminal 5. The flight I booked, the new flight was in Terminal 4, but for some weird reason, my head keeps wired like in Terminal 5. Like then it was a different airline and not this silly airline, the first one. This is a different airline now. So I was sitting, then I could see like their thingy, like their postcard or whatever you call it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be going to that gate. But I'm still like in this sitting like in this gate of this the airline that I was initially supposed to fly. But I was reading my book. I was like, oh, there's still time just for me to walk. For some reason, I was like, oh, I'm tired of holding my box in front of me. Let me just go and check in my box, which really saved me. Thank God I didn't like look like, oh, keep looking at my wrist. Oh, there's still time. There's still time. So I was like, oh, let me just go and check in my box. Then I went there. I was trying to scan something. It wasn't going through. Then the guy was, like, I was speaking to the guy. Oh, I'm trying to scan. Like my, it's not going. And the guy was like, "Oh, where are you flying to?" Then I told him which airline. Then he was checking. But I keep saying, this is Terminal 4, right? This is the guy was like, "No, this is Terminal 5." I was like, God, like for some weird reason, I thought like I wasn't like the same terminal that I'm going to be flying with this new airline. So thank God that happened way early because I still had like 2 hours before my flight. So the guy was like, no, just go downstairs, take train, blah blah blah, explain how to get to Terminal 4. I did, I checked in my bag, I bought in, I like one of my favorite things to do at the airport is just window shop, just go to different shops, see things. I went to YSL, Gucci. I was just like checking things, taking pictures because I go to these stores, I take pictures with items that I love, even though if I'm like I can't afford it, I'm not buying it, but I just take pictures like so I was doing all that. Then I ended up in Dior store. So I got myself like I was already frustrated and defeated. Just like let me make myself happy. I got myself like a pair for my like as my birthday gift to myself. So I got that. Like it was nice. It was chill. Then went to my boarding gate. For some reason, the flight was late for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. So we're like standing, and there were lots of Nigeria like on the flight. Lots of people were flying to Nigeria. They were going to have stopover too in Maldi. Then from Maldi, they were going to connect to the flight that was going to be taking them to Lagos. So we should just so I was like sitting down beside the guy. So yeah, like and if you're following the story, if you're following the story, you remember like I said I was trying to get in touch with the car hire that was supposed to pick me up at the airport. It wasn't going. So I was able since morning since something like because I started making like trying to like connect to people since I realized I couldn't get into the 9 o'clock flight, like around past 10 in the morning, trying to like call, communicate with people. I could not get in touch. Then this is like past 7 in the evening. I was able to communicate with them. So I was speaking to this lady. So she was like, "Oh, this like just explain everything." Then they were like, "Oh, like we're sorry, the desk office they've closed and we can't get a driver out to pick you and everything." So I'm like, "Okay, give me back my money, refund." They were like, "Oh, we're sorry, can't do a refund." At first, they sounded helpful, like, "Oh, yeah, there's always." I'm like, "Okay, this is a country I'm not been to, so I don't even know how it's going." And if anything, actually, they even want to take any cab that like you have to just stop over on the road. I don't want that. I want like a cab that has like customer care. Like they just like there's just like a thread holding the whole transaction just in case anything happens. So I just don't want just random cab. They were like, oh, and I think like they do have like car hire like that at the airport. I should just make sure I should get a receipt. Acting like they were going to give me my money back, which they never did. They were like, oh, I should take it up with my traveling insurance. So they were like, oh, okay, that oh no, the time has gone. They can't get the driver. The office desk has closed. This and that. So I was like frustrated. So I was saying something. So I think like I was saying something. I was trying to like communicate the time I was going, but the guy sitting beside me, I think he not like he overheard, he was just dropping. So he heard what I was saying. So he was trying to show me his ticket, like correct the time. So I was like, no, 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 no. Like I still have like another flight I'm taking once we get to Casablanca. Like I'm still going to take like another flight as well. So anyway, me and him just like we got talking. Then I found out like he has been to Morocco before, but he went as a group. He told me he had a nice time. He told me, oh, like I should not worry that the airport is like is always it's always lively, like no matter the time that people are still there and there's like car hire that I could like go to and book a cab. And he told me like, oh, I should get the same, like just literally just telling me that, oh, I'm like, I'll probably like have fun because he had fun doing his own trip. Then I was like, oh, go for this hair balloon, like seeing the sunset. I was like, ah, no, not really my budget. Like I saw it, the prices was expensive and all that. The prices was expensive. I was like, oh yeah, like it's always expensive. So anyway, we had like I actually had like a nice flight. I watched like it was a nice flight. Got to Casablanca, we connected anyway, got to Morocco. Yeah, like before they told me like I should change money at the airport. But I was like, no, because I really don't really like changing money. I was like, no, I don't want to change money. I'm going to be using my card. But for some weird reason, when I got to the airport, I listened to like his advice. I changed some money at the airport. Then I got out. Then there was actually like like it's like a kiosk, not really like office, but that was their office, but it wasn't a kiosk. You go there, they check the distance, they'll give you a receipt. It was like there's a trend. It's not just anyhow cab hire because then they could always trace if anything happened. You could always go back to them. They could always trace the car that dropped you. So I went, gave them my address, the address of where I was going to. I paid, got receipt. Then you go into the garage. Then I think the available driver will just come to you. They'll get your ticket, or maybe there's a number of the driver. I don't know. They just get the ticket that they gave you at the, where you booked, and one driver will come out and like, oh yeah, this is my camp. Anyway, so there was like an old man. So I got like an old man for my driver. So the man was like, oh okay. So before all this, I didn't know my like the hotel, which I've stopped calling that place hotel. That place is a resort. They need to stop calling it that hotel. I didn't know that this place I'm going to be staying, it's like in the village part of Marrakech. It's a village part of it, like it's like really, 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 really far from the city. I really didn't know. Like when you're checking the booking.com, like places is nice and everything. And all my mind was like, oh, okay, I actually really don't want somewhere far from the airport. And because of the name, I felt like it was like you will know that it's not in the city, it's like really, really far. I think the best way to describe it, if you've been to Nigeria or you're Nigeria and you know this Tropicana resort like in Ibejuleke, like imagine if you're you're coming to Nigeria and you have like your hotel, your resort is like in Ibejuleke, like inside Ibejuleke, and things you have to do is like outside the Ikeja, Lekki phase one, like that's how the distance with between like that's how far the place like I lodged was. So and like I said, I call the place a resort now because that place is not an hotel. It's just like a place that if you want to tune off the world, you want to chill with your friends, with your boyfriend, girlfriend, like yourself, because like you have everything in there. There's pool, nice view, the chef is nice, the people are nice, the staff are nice, like everything it's good in there. But once you come out, it's like there's nothing surrounding outside. It's just like bushes and uncompleted buildings. And then the first shop you're going to see is probably like I think 20 minutes walk. And this like they don't sell that much of a thing. But back to the airports. Now, okay, before all that, my data has went off. I could not roam. I subscribe. O2 has this thing where you could like get like a data if you're outside the country that you can't roam data both wherever. So I subscribed. I actually once made a mistake and subscribed twice because I didn't know the first one went through, but still no data. So now I'm still stubborn saying, oh, okay, I don't want to get the same. Like, still believing OT is going to come through with this thing I just subscribed for. So now I'm in the car. Then the man saw where I was going to. And then the man said, oh, do I know where I'm going to? I said, no, like, this is my first time of coming there. I don't know where I'm going. So I was like, okay, still language barrier like the man does not really speak like that much of it in English, but there's more so much of this hands gesture going on, doing oh this like and just trying to pick what we are saying. So the man kept saying, so the man kept saying like, okay, the thing is, so I think also it called like Colin, like yeah, probably say Colin. Then another driver there, but could speak English. So the driver was like, "Oh, do I?" They keep asking, "Do I know where I was going to?" I was like, "No, I don't know where I'm going to." So the man was like, "Okay, the thing is, this place is far that we're going to be passing so many places that there's light, there are people. Then at some point we'll get to a place that we're not going to be seeing light, that we're not going to be seeing people, and they don't want me to be scared. So they rather I'm online and I have like I could be looking at the map and I could see that the man is not taking me somewhere else. So like we were still there, I was like me still trying to fix my data, still doing everything. But like, oh, data is not going and everything. So the guy was like, oh, he held this Wi-Fi for me that I should check. I checked them out. Okay, it's 40 minutes. But then I didn't know the map could still be working like once I go offline. I didn't know until after I knew about that. So I was like, oh, okay. The man just the other man that came that's trying to interface, we were like, madam, sorry, I'm trying to help. Don't worry, nothing will happen. I'm like, I'm not worried at this point, I'm tired. I just want to sleep. Like I'm stressed already. I'm like, I'm not worried. The man was like, oh, they keep like time is going. So I just said to the man, like, let's go. Like I don't think up, like just let's go. So we're going, like you said, there were places, lights. I was seeing people, I was taking pictures, I was enjoying the view. Then we started getting to places where everywhere was just dark. Like we could just be driving, there's no like shops open, no people. We could just be the only cars on the road. So like it was crazy. They were going. One point the man stopped. He was like, "Oh, you want to get a credit at a shop?" He did. Another stop, he stopped. I think he wasn't so sure the turning we're going to take, so he had some group of men which they explained to him. So we're going. Still, I'm still not scared at this point. Now my phone is about to go off. Like I have like 15% or so. I'm still not scared at this point. So when I started getting scared was when we took a turn. Then everywhere was like really, really dark, which was bushes and everything. And I just remember I was taking off my wristwatch, hiding my phone, and I kept praying to God, forgive me of my sins, just in case I'm about to die now. Like it was so crazy. Then we drove, then we finally got to the hotel. Then the security and the lady that checked me in the reception, they were like actually they stood like they were awake waiting for me. They're like, oh Taylor, like nice welcome and everything. I had to tip the man like more like thank you for not kidnapping me, thank you for not doing anything negative. But like I just had to say merci beaucoup, thank you, thank you. So they checked me in, we talked, they told me just the necessary like things. Oh, this time, the way the place is, you have to test the chef. Like and there's like a time where you could order, like the order closes for your lunch and for your dinner. So you have to tell the chef, tell him, oh, if you want to have it in the dinner or by the poolside, just like things like that. They just told me and they gave me like I said, like a resort, like almost everything there. They're like chickens, animals, lots of plants. They have one fruit that they grow most days, lemonade, because the name of the place is actually lemonade. So like so they have like lemonade, like so most times, like I think that's one of their welcome gifts to you, like the freshly squeezed lemonade. Like they give it very nice but so sweet for me. They checked me. It was nice. It was nice. Like I went in, took my bath, slept. Then I woke up the next day. I had breakfast. My package was breakfast was included. I had breakfast, nice food. Tried some Morocco bread and everything. Like I said, my activity was cancelled, so I didn't have anything to do for that day than to just relax, go around, try to see try to see the places. And I met the manager who like I've been chatting with on by booking.com. So like like I said, welcome. Now their Wi-Fi is shitty. Like in the room, their Wi-Fi is like crazy. It's only by the poolside or the dinner, like or outside that you could enjoy the Wi-Fi. So now I'm so like okay, and I have things to do also. And I'm like also a bit like angry. Like if there's anything, I don't just really like not to have data because at least just have data you could communicate or call people just in case anything happened. So I was communicating my frustration with the manager. So it was, and also I had like activity the next day, which was all my like the activity, the hotel pickup and drop off was included. So now I have to communicate with all these people. Where's my ticket? Are they going to come? Which, like I said, this place, this staff, everyone is very helpful, super helpful, very loving. So the manager was using his phone to help me call, speaking their language to each other, like just talking, communicating. We found out those ones they can't come because they're like, oh, this place is very far. This is outside the city. That if I can come out the city and give them a place and they can pick me up. So we're just like communicating. Then they don't sell drink in the race. So then I keep asking the guy, I want to drink. I want to be like, oh, we don't sell, but you could go out. They were like, oh, like then he was like, oh, we have like drivers that could like driver that works in the hotel that could take you to the city. It will wait for you, do whatever you want to do, and bring you back. But it's gonna be charging you 300 go and 300 come, like which is a DM. So I was like, oh, that's expensive. What's going on? Because I've done some findings in the house and like I know like I was like, no, what's good? He was like, oh yeah, it's true that it's actually expensive that they keep saying like why can't it just be lesser, like especially for the guests. So it was like so I was like, oh, I have like an app. Let me try. Then I found out that those ones you have to like book them 48 hours prior to your trip. It's not just those app that you can just book the driver now, like that's to be 48 hours. So it was like, oh, InDriver works also here, like that she can download InDriver. I was like, oh, I used to have an account with InDriver. I used to use InDriver when I was in Nigeria. So I reinstalled InDriver. We tried looking for, at least from my home side, I tried looking for driver, but it wasn't going because, like I said, the place was like the village part of Marrakech. So it wasn't, the map wasn't bringing it and everything. So I was like, so the guy was like, oh, I should not worry. So I think he later realized that that was what was happening. So he went, so he put like a different address, but that was close to the place. Then he got the driver, then he spoke to the driver, then he came back to meet me that, oh, okay, there's actually like called, like got a driver from India and he spoke to the driver and they make the deal that the driver is going to be taking me everywhere, anywhere I want to. And the driver agreed that no matter like anywhere I'm going to 200 go, 200 come. So I was like, oh, okay, it's kind of fair. So that the driver is going to pick me. So now all this is happening on a Friday. For some reason, also, I don't know how I ended up on like YSL Museum. I think on the map, I was just checking something because, like, I used to see pictures. I used to see people pictures on Instagram or like from a YSL Museum and this popular blue building. This is I don't know the name, but it's like JD Museum. Which later on I found out that that was the first place a YSL lived when he first moved to Morocco. And when the woman died, like he bought the place and like improved it, like the garden and like just lovely buildings. So those places, like I was on the map. I later ended up on their link. I was like, okay. I didn't like my dinner is the next day is in the evening. Let me just book for this. So I booked for that. Okay, I'm going to be going to the city. Then let me just like at least I'll have something doing in the city. I booked for that. Then I was like, oh, I saw hair balloon. I was like, oh, let me just book for that also. Like I said, on plan, I booked for that. I was like, oh, it would be nice to see the sunset on my birthday in the morning. I booked for that also for my birthday. So now, so we are talking about the data. Then the guy was like, oh, he has communicated with the guy. And when it comes tomorrow to pick me, he's going to take me to Inwe, yeah. I was trying to remember Inwe. Like it was like that's the thing that works in this part that I was that is told the guy to take me there to buy the SIM. And so like it just explained everything because like when I was checking map from the map app I was checking phone SIM seller shop near me. I was seeing some options and I was seeing people's review where people, mostly people that came as like a came on tourism talking about how they were scammed and everything. So it was literally like it was explaining the price for me that, oh, this is how much you pay, this is like, to let them. And it was like it spoke with the guy that I should not worry that I'm in a good hand and nobody's going to scam me or whatnot. So I was like, okay. So the people were communicating, especially for the second event, which is the dinner in the desert. They were like, oh, okay, yeah, they could come to YSL Museum to pick me. That is so much better. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Now all this, so we made all this plan on Friday. So I was like, oh, well, thank the manager, very super helpful people. And so now it's just for me to choose. I'm just like chilling at the poolside. So I met these two young lady. One is 20, one is 21. They were from Norway. Yeah, they were from Norway. So they've been at the hotel since 6 days. But they knew because when we got talking, they were like, oh yeah, they actually knew that it was at the village part of Marrakech that they just wanted to like shut down, just relax, enjoy the sun, the water, the view. So they plan it like, oh, spend 6 days in that hotel. Then after 6 days, they will go out to the city and lodge in the city and like live the city life for 2 days before flying back. So I met them at the poolside. So we got talking because like I saw them swimming, like they were very good, and I'm not that good in swimming. So I spoke to one of them, like, oh, do you mind teaching me swimming? Which they are very nice people, but terrible teacher when it comes to swimming. So which like I said, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing so much of that because I don't want what happened yesterday to happen again. So like yeah, terrible teacher when it comes to swimming because like one of them was teaching me how to swim. One of them was teaching me how to swim, and I mistakenly swallowed the water, and like I was like, I don't know if it happened for seconds or minutes, but it felt like a long time. I was gasping for air. Like it was crazy. I've never had that feeling before in my life. So like it was just like it was crazy. They have to like keep patting my back. The lady, they have to like give me like a whole bottle of water. It was just crazy. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, is this maybe this is it? This is how I'm going to die. But anyway, yeah. So we did that. Like that's how we got talking because like I asked them to teach me how to swim. They started talking. Then yeah, which is they were like, oh, they've been here, told me like, oh, they just telling me about the experience that they've been here so far so good. The staff are nice, and they were the one that told me that oh, the nearest shop here is like 20 minutes. We're going to just walk, just take a walk, but the sun that day was like so crazy. They were like, oh, let's just chill. They told me like, oh, this is the food you should order. This food is nice. This one is nice. And they were like, oh, like we could have dinner together if I want. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I was like, ah, yeah. So like then in the evening we had like dinner together. We had dinner, which was nice. Then after dinner we went to, and oh, okay, yeah, like they were checking out the second day, which was like Saturday. But the Friday night we had dinner together. After dinner we sat by the poolside, just chilling, smoking, we talked about movies. Like I used to say, art brings people together. Then yeah, that's also one of the things we had in common. Like we've watched some series together. So we watched some series together, talked about dating, careers. They're still a student. Talked about their life in Norway. Talked about like Norway as a country. Like we just talking about so many things. Like oh, I would love to go to Nigeria. I was like, you should go to Nigeria. Nigeria can be so fun. So like it was so nice. It was like literally nice. I like yeah, talked about almost everything. It was so crazy. Like how much of things we talked about, and you know we were all strangers. So yeah, then the second day we had breakfast together also before like everybody parts way. So I remember the manager was like, ah, now that you've met Taylor, don't leave us, don't leave us. We're like, oh, no. So we talked about everything. Like they knew like it was my birthday. Then I told them like I had like a reservation at the restaurant, like if they would love to come. I reached out like, oh, we'll let you know. We'll let you know if you're going to come. I was like, yeah, that's fine by me. But yeah, like we hugged, took pictures, everybody went their way. So now it's Saturday. So I went to the city. I met the driver that was coming to pick me. Very nice man. Like I said, there was so much conjecture going on, doing me communicating with people. The man could not speak English, just French. And because since I've been there, I've been saying most of bonjour, merci, all those like just little French that I picked up in Benin. I can still remember. So I don't know why this manager went to go and tell the driver that I speak French. And the man was, I was like, no, in a part compare, like I don't compare anything. Like I don't speak French. I was like, no, I don't speak French. I was like, okay, like no, I don't speak French. So, but the guy, like the manager speaks English. The way I'm saying the manager, you think he's not an old guy, he's like a very young guy, but the manager speaks English, but we communicate. And the man, it's like I think that's one thing again about the world that like I'm always impressed with. This like language barrier sometimes it's just funny and crazy because this man we did so much of communicating with hand and we could just like we could understood each other what we meant and what he meant. And obviously I'm not dumb, he's not dumb. So there's some things I could say and there's some things he could say that like I would just pick with an idea that okay, this is what I meant, this is what I meant. Like yeah, it's impressive how you could communicate with people even when both of you could actually not really understand each other. But at the same time, you will communicate. So yeah, so we got there. So he told the man that, oh, Iwi, we have to buy it, like, you should, like, that's the first thing we should buy before dropping me at the museum, and you'll be picking me up after my desired dinner. So yeah, so we tried, I think we tried two shops before we finally found the Iwi shop. Exactly the amount I said I was going to pay, I paid. I got the same. They got 45 dirham worth of data for me. The man dropped me, we communicated, the man took my number, I took his number. Now I have Morocco SIM number. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna call him when I finish and when he needs to come back and pick me. So I was like, okay. So actually, like, I didn't even have like enough money to pay him. So I just paid. I was like, oh, I'm going to be owing you 50 dirhams, so you'll be coming back to pick me. Like I said, chilled man. It was like, yeah, no problem, no problem. When I see you. So I went, I had like a nice experience. I went to the JD building. I said, I think they call it garden. Like, but inside, like, let me just use the word building. I don't know if they call it building, but inside the building, so there's also like a garden. That one's like just different plants and everything. And inside that also there's like another room where you're not allowed to take pictures, and everything is just all about cultural display of things, which, like, I went there, took a lot of pictures, saw a lot of people that you could actually tell that, okay, these people are from Nigeria, like, just fellow people that are just on that tourism shit. Like, it was fun. I had fun, took pictures, do everything. Then I went to the bookshop where I met one of the staff who was like very, very super friendly. Like, we were like, oh, like, where are you from? I was like, oh, Nigeria. I didn't, like, we just got talking. Then, like, I was asking questions, like, because I'm actually, like, I'm like a very curious person. So, like, I don't understand, like, well, Morocco people, like, they really, 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 really love wine. So, like, why is that? Then he explained to me that it's actually like was a friend, he moved in here 2 years since he moved. Like, it's just like just explaining why they loved him. I saw some of his artwork, his books and everything. I got one of his love postcard. I got one of his book, which it comes in French and English, but I got the one with English, obviously. I got the one in English, and this I haven't opened this, but at the bookshop there's one that is open where you could actually look through and see if you really want it. And I opened and I checked and I loved it because it's old, his old collections are in there, the inspiration behind them. It talks about also, like, the inspiration behind those collections are in there. Some stories about him. So I think there's one part I saw that where, in, obviously he is not the one that produces these days, like, but it's probably people bring it together, his old interviews and things together to form this book. There was one where he was talk about how he started knowing women's body, what women want, and like just things that just make me so impressed. I was like, okay, I want one of these. And yeah, there are reasons why I got this book. One of the reasons is I like this man. Like, he has one of the hardest pictures ever in the world to me. Like, he and his picture where he was outside smoking, doing Christina Dior funeral. I like to think that picture is one of the hardest picture. That picture just speaks confidence, swag, handsomeness. That picture is just beautiful. Followed by the picture of Obasanjo on Obasanjo in Agbada, with big Bill Clinton. I love those two pictures. I like to think that's like the hardest pictures in the world. Yeah, and also I love fashion. Like, fashion brings joy, brings you joy, makes you smile, makes you happy, make you feel good about yourself. So I just like, yeah. So I just got yeah. Second reason, the third reason, this book is like one of those books where you could just put on your coffee table in your house. So in my head, like, the first thing I thought is like, oh yeah, when I get my house, when I get my house or move to a bigger space, like, this is always going to be like on the coffee table. Where, because growing up, I used to remember growing up, they used to have like a photo album where guests could come to your house, they could look through. So, like, you could have some, like, not so much, maybe like 5 books on your coffee table. I guess, like, and this is it's not too, like, it's not too serious of a book, you don't necessarily need to, like, as a guest member, you don't necessarily need to read them. Like, oh, I need to know what happens to this character. Like, you just throw through it. Like, you can just keep get inspired. Look at some collection because there are pictures of collections there. You could have this on your coffee table. You could have like a photo album. Like, we need to bring back photo album. I used to like that when you go to people's house and you could bring out photo album for you and you could just look through it like while you visit them. It's just like a nice thing. And also like when I saw this book, someone came to my mind, but we are not really friends. Like we're just like friends on social media. So I was gonna get it for her, but then I was like, "Oh, that would be me doing too much. Like what's going on?" But yeah, I like to think I like to say, not even think, I like to say, you're a fashion designer. I feel like at some point in your life, you should go to Morocco. Just travel to Morocco, just get lost in the city. The city is like, it just inspired you. They play with so much colors. It's, yeah. And if you're a fashion designer, you need to go to Morocco and try and get this book also for inspiration. So, like, yeah, I got the book. Then I went to the YSL Museum itself. I took pictures. I met some beautiful black women. I was gonna say lady, but yeah, lady women. I met some black beautiful people. I love when I think I love when like people just do things to make themselves happy. And another thing I've noticed also is people these days, especially women, they put in effort in looking good, in making themselves happy. And like it's just crazy because I just met so many girls, like the ones with their friends, like they're just with everybody taking pictures, everybody looking beautiful, everyone looking their best self. Yeah. So we helped each other take each other's picture. It was so like there was this lady, which I like to point out when people are taking your picture and they are gassing you up, especially strangers, they're like, oh, yeah, that's it. Trust me, they're taking rubbish. There's this particular lady that was taking my picture. The gassing up was too much. Oh, that's it. That's the angle. Oh, no. Like, only for me to later see the picture that this gets, I was like, nah, sis, nah. Nah, sis. Why this? Why this? But anyway, yeah, she was such a sweetheart, but she took terrible pictures. But yeah, um we went to like there were like different rooms. There were rooms that talked about like a plant. You can't even take pictures of the plant, but you can take pictures of like the description about the plant. There's another room, another book not book collection, like a shopping collection, like things. But like I've gotten this at the JD building, so I didn't need to get any other thing. There's another room where there's different designer collections because I don't think they're all from YSL. I think they're like probably some designer that are dead or something, but you can't take pictures of the designer. Like I really try to be sneaky and take pictures, but the security guy just kept looking at me. But I was just like, nah, I don't want to embarrass myself. But yeah, there was like lovely, beautiful collections. Like I kept walking around and thinking, I see myself in this dress. I can see myself in this dress. Oh, I will look good in this dress. Oh, like I just love the design. I love everything about those dresses. And come outside the nice places to take pictures to. The pictures of late celebrities back in the days that I've put on YSL designs and they were all framed. Like just everything was just nice, everything was just inspiring. I like it was so nice. Then it was like, oh yeah, for fun. I think yeah, during when I was in the garden I saw this guy who put on like a nice t-shirt. I love the design at the back. I asked him like, "Oh, can I take a picture?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." Which I took. I took lots of pictures, lots of things that like I felt was beautiful, lots of things that spoke to me, lots of things that like got me like that just brought like this feeling in me. I took it. So it was so nice. I had like so much fun. Then I came out. Then while I was working, I saw like a restaurant, so I went back. Oh, before I rested, I did some windows shopping. I was like, oh, Morocco designer, they're trying, they're good. They have nice things. Then I went to the restaurant. I had food. I had like taco, which was nice, but like to me, it was just I was just surprised. That was not this kind of taco I was expecting when they put taco, but it was nice. I had that. I drank coke. I had fun. I was coming all this while I was communicating with the driver that was going to come and pick me for this desert dinner. And this all these activities, there's always like different group. So yeah, so literally the guy was like came to pick me right in front of the restaurant because the restaurant was like on the main road. So they picked me. Then I got into the I don't know, yeah, boss. Yeah, like the boss. Like what they came with the boss. They came with the boss. So they were like different. Like there was husband and wife in front of me with a baby. Very lovely couples. The wife is. I love when I go. Like another thing I love also experiencing and seeing when I travel and do all these things is seeing couples, seeing parents, having these adventures and making memories with their kids, seeing couples doing these things together. Sometimes some people do it like in a group or family. They're just like always beautiful. I see them, especially when it comes to parents. Most I've seen. I think I see most like mothers and kids more than I see fathers and kids. But sometimes like I think I've experienced father and just the kids. Yeah, my yoke trip there was like father and just the son. But when I said this, I'm just like, you know what, this kind of parent I want to be, like making memories, having adventures with my kids, and I hope that's the kind of parent I will be because that's the kind of parent I want to be. But yeah, so the couples beside me with baby, very lovely. The lady was so lovely. There were times she was taking my pictures that I didn't know. Like I was probably just eating and she would take random pictures and later on she'll show me. She's like, oh, I was like, oh, please send to me. I was Snapchat, send to me on Snapchat. It was so nice. Then so there were me, the solo traveler, then them, the couples with the baby and the others at the park, like they were I think group of 5 or 6 or but they were family because they all knew each other, they were family. So we're in the bus, we had the lady that was in charge of our group and driver. We drove long journey because we're going to the desert. Then the first stop we stopped at like a place where we're going to be seeing how they make argan oil and the benefit of it and everything. So we got there. There were other different group also too. We had to wait for our turn. They gave us like Morocco bread, Morocco tea, there were peanuts, honey, oil, like just options for you to eat the bread with. My favorite was with the honey. My favorite was with the honey. So then later the ladies they would tell us how they make argan oil, they would tell us different type of oil they have there, the benefits and everything. And if you want to buy, you buy things. And also, once you come out, there's like a stair, different colors of stairs. I took pictures of that also. We should climb it and go up. Like it's like a beautiful view, like the sunset is just so beautiful. So yeah, I got the argan oil and I got like the serum also for my hair because I'm really obsessed about making my hair grow longer and full, especially my hairline. So I got that. Hopefully it works. The argan oil. Later on, I found out that it was way cheaper in this market in the city than the desert that we got it. So that lady, I don't want to say I mean her, but next time I see her, I'm just going to be looking at her with side eyes. But anyway, yeah, I got the argan oil. I got the serum for my hair. We went out, take pictures. Everyone in the group was so nice. People were communicating with each other. People were like helping each other take pictures. The lady with a husband and the kids, which like I just like them. They're like so. I like them. She said, "I'll take my picture." When me and my husband are walking downstairs, take it. I was like, "You better take it." Like I just like her. She's all about documenting, enjoying, and everything. And she was so sweet. She was not calling, "Oh, darling." Oh, look. I'm like. Okay, what's going on? Like, I like, I mean, sometimes I wish I can be over friendly, but I'm not that. But I love when people are like that. I'm like, oh, I see you. But she was so sweet. Then we continued our journey, and at some point we made it to the desert. We were on the camera ride. We had that for like few minutes. It was fun. Later we went to where we are going to be having dinner. So, like I said, different group. We're going to meet different group. So we're still waiting for like our own food. So they were playing like songs I like. So I was like just moving my head and my and like I was just doing like this like on my seat. So one of the girls, like the ones that they come in the family, she just came to drag me. Let's go in. Like we should go in, like in the circle. Like everyone from the circle. So she's like, oh, she could. So that we can just call that place the main stage. That we should go into the main stage to town. So we went with the lady with the kids. Like the kids was the husband. The husband was like a hand on dad, like hand on dad. It wasn't like all those ones that was carrying bag. It was changing that. I was like, yeah, like I see you. Like I just like them. So we went there, we were dancing, we made a video. It was just lovely because I love to dance. So I was just like moving my body. I was just happy and everything. And the lady, she got tired at some point, so she went back to sleep. And when our food was ready, she came to come, darling, come and eat your food before it get cold. So me and the other others that were dancing, we just went there. We had our food. I think the first dish, I really don't know the name. They said it, but I wasn't paying attention. But I like to think it's like it's Gary because it tasted like Gary. You know when you mix Gary and it's just different, like you're eating dry Gary. It tasted like that. I had like 50% of that. I didn't really like it. Then this we had soup. I finished the soup. The second one, that's like I finished it because I really loved it. It was just basically sweet potato, cooked potato with carrots and some veggies and chicken and the spice was good. I'm literally rethinking it. The spice was so nice and spicy. And, god, I that was my favorite because I finished it. I even like squeezed, I cracked the bowl, and it was so delicious, so delicious. And we had Morocco cake, and we had Morocco tea, and we had water. It was so nice. And later on, we formed another circle to see the fireworks. There was just a guy just doing shongo things, blowing kerosene as fire, forming fireworks, forming. It was so nice. And I think that they need from a different group from a different group, it was like a guy's birthday, so we sang happy birthday to him. The guy came to the main stage, he was dancing. It was lovely. Everybody danced. They later on, like they will tell you, the people that hosted, or they will tell you, sit and let's, like, the lady that is in charge of each group will come and find you, so everybody can go back to their boss and you can all go back to the city. So we took some pictures. We found the lady that was in charge of our group. We all went back to our boss, and like we're all driving back to the city. So the manager and where I was staying, super helpful. It won't stop calling. At some point, I was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "Oh, where are you? I'm waiting up." Like just like being communicated. So where would they drop you and everything? So I was like, "Oh, I don't know," but in my head, I was thinking they were going to drop me back at YSA Museum. So I was like, "Oh yeah, the driver that dropped me is there waiting for me." So I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know where we are right now." So I was like, "Oh, let me just ask the driver." So like, "So what's going to happen?" So the driver was like, "No, I should not worry. They are dropping me at my hotel." I was like, "Are you sure?" Because when I called you guys said it's far outside the city that you can't come and pick me. So are you so sure you're going to drop me back? So it was like, yeah. So at this point, like, I'm not really scared because now I have data and I have Morocco SIM with credit to call people. So, but I was like, "Are you so sure?" I was like, "Yeah." So the manager called me again. I was like, "Oh, you should tell the driver to go, so you won't just keep waiting for me." That they said they were going to drop me. So I was like, "Are you sure that they will drop you?" I said, "Yeah, that's what they said." We're like, "Give the phone to the driver, let me speak." So they spoke in their language, and it was like, "Oh yeah, like that." The driver said he's not the one dropping me, but the driver, like, that in the same company that is going to drop me, that he would just tell the driver to go. So I was like, "Oh, you should tell the driver I'm sorry, like, because he has me waiting." So they're like, "Oh no, no, you understood." But they're like, "Oh, the guy's coming the next day in the morning to pick me up." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you know." So I was like, "Okay." So they dropped everyone. Then they dropped me also. But the guy was like, "Oh, they're going to put me in another cab." So I kept talking to the guy. "Are you sure? Is this safe?" It was like, "Yeah," because all this way is late, like past 10, past 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 30. So I was like, "Yeah, we are going to that. Don't worry, that this driver is not just a random driver, that works with the company also." So like, but it was like, "Oh, this one could not just go to that path, that this one will go to that path." So I said, "Okay." So they dropped me. They keep speaking the language, but like, I wasn't really like bothered or everything. I'm like, "Okay, I'm just going to believe like you guys are trustworthy." So the driver that they put me in his car, he had like two women in front of them. With they were just going, like, me. I was just taking pictures because now the city is like, is more alive. It's in the evening. And one thing I noticed also, in Morocco people, they know how to make themselves happy. It's like Saturday and in the evening. And another thing I noticed, you could just be passing and just random, like in the street on the road, they're like, there's a mat and group of people just sitting down, just chilling. Like, it just brings this childhood memory for me, like just singing, like they just know how to make themselves happy. It was just so fun. So the driver dropped those two ladies at one stop. Then he was like, "Oh, I should come to the front." Then I came to the front. They were like a speak French. I don't really understand. So we're just using hand gestures. Then the guy at some point, then it would type. I was like, "Oh, does it have like translator?" Because if I want to say something, I would type then it's translate, you read. So the driver now typed something on his phone, showed me. Then the English was like, "Oh, do you have to go to your hotel this night?" Then I just look at him, I'm like, "What do you mean? Do I have to go to my hotel this night?" I'm like, "Yes." Like I need to go to my, like I need to go to my hotel this night. So the driver, like, so we're driving, and the driver was just like complaining that, "Oh, it's far." I was like, "Oh, no, 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 20 more minutes, we're already in Casablanca." Then I kept telling him that I know that, don't worry, trust me, I know how far this place is. It was just like, no, 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 this is the village. We just keep making that gesture. Anyway, we got there. Those ones, they were waiting for me also. Then he won't stop talking about how far. I was just like, thank you, thank you. So I just like I got there, the security, the manager, they welcomed me. The manager was like, "Oh, the driver is coming to pick me in the morning for my sunset," and like they were like, "Oh, it was like then it was explaining that, do I know that the time is going to, because when I got there, they were UK and Nigeria was like 1 hour ahead of them. But on Sunday, the time changed and everybody like at the same time. So he was telling me that, whole do I know like they are going back, like we're all going to be the same time? And I said, "Oh yeah, I think so. I think the activity lady that was going for the next day, which was my birthday, mentioned something like that, like in their message." So he was like, "Oh yeah, like so I'll be able to like change my alarm or whatever." So I said, "Yeah." So the guy did like, he made like a funny move, and he was like, "Oh, um, I really like you." But before that, he has been always like this side comment, "Oh, you're beautiful, you look nice, oh, you should be here alone, you should be here with your boyfriend." And I'm like, "Okay, if I don't have a boyfriend, what should I do?" And he was like, "Oh," so then he was like, "That I really like you, that I want to be with you." I was like, "I want to be with you tonight." I said, why you be with me?" He's like, "Hey, because you're here like alone." I said, "Yeah, I can be here alone, but does not mean like I'm lonely. I'm not lonely, like I'm fine." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Can I kiss you?" I was like, "No." "What do you mean? Can you kiss me?" Like I was like, "Why?" I said, "I'm not interested." Then like obviously like at this point my face has changed. I was like, "Oh no, I'm so sorry. I hope you're not angry. I hope I was like, "No." Like as like I mean, like probably the only reason why I wasn't really hungry about the whole, like I was hungry when it happened, but then I just said like, "No, I'm just gonna enjoy my day. I'm going to enjoy my stay, and I'm just gonna enjoy my bed." It was because like he actually really respected my decisions. I was like, "No," like it wasn't like it was bringing it up. After that once I brought it up and I shut it down. I was like, "No, I'm not interested. I'm here alone. Does not mean I'm lonely, and does not mean like." Like, "Oh dear," because I was like I don't need to have a boyfriend back home before I can tell you no. Like even though I don't have, but still my side is no. Like I'm not interested. So he was like, "Oh yeah." Then he apologized. I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable. I said, "No, I'm not uncomfortable." Like it was a question you asked and I gave you an answer, and that's it. It's how you react after that that is going to determine what's going to happen. I mean, like the minute that happened and left, I was like this skeptical, just closing my door. Like I will go back, I'll check, I will sleep, and any tiny noise will just wake me up because I've read stories, and as much as it doesn't really like I've, it's just crazy. Like you read stories, things are happening. So because it doesn't really happen to you, does not mean it can never happen to you. So you just have to like it's crazy. So I was just like I would hear like a tiny sound. I would just wake up, be like, hope nobody was like on my bed or whatever. But he respected my decision. Nothing crazy happened. So yeah, and before that, so, like I said, everyone working in that place were so super super nice. There was, I think on a Friday or so, because while I was there, like I wasn't really sleeping under the duvet. Like the whole bed was still. So if the housekeeper comes in, and even apart from that, like when I go places or whenever, I still try to like. I don't like cleaning place. I don't care if I have a housekeeper coming to clean or if I pay the cleaner. I hate leaving mess. I'm still going to clean. I'm still going to. So the housekeeper will come and she realized that everywhere still looks so tidy and everything. So I think he told the manager, he brought it over like, "Oh, the housekeeper said you're not sleeping under your duvet. Where do you like duvet? Is something wrong?" I was like, "I'm okay. I'm fine." Like, don't worry. It's because she's not coming to meet a messy bed that like I'm fine. But yeah, so the second day, which was my birthday, I woke up, I prayed, I was happy, like, "Oh yeah, 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 I'm a 30 years old woman." Then it was like very early in the morning, like I had to like go for my air balloon activities to see the sunset. So the driver was already waiting for me. Like I said, super a nice driver, even though we could not like speak, communicate to each other. There were just a lot of translating, like you say something, I'll put it on my translator app, I'll copy it back and send him a text message, but still. And the man reminded me of my lecturer in BCU, Mr. Cash. I'm not even so sure I'm pronouncing his name right. I'm not sure if it's Cash or Kush or something, but like the man is an Indian man, my lecturer, but this driver reminded me of him. It looks like him. So the man was waiting for me, so he dropped me at like an hotel in the city, which was like easier for the driver to come up and the driver for the second activity to pick me up. So he picked me up, there were different group of people there. We went, it was like a long drive also. We went, we saw like I had like a good experience, saw like nice sunset as they were doing the balloon. You could make a video. They could tell you how it was going. The pilot, because like calling himself pilot, he would talk. He would tell us like the things, like oh when before we take off, you can't stand. Everyone has to bend and everyone has to face the same direction. And at some point you just need to stand up and you will know that you guys are already up. At the same time as when you want to land also, everyone can't stand, you have to bend and everyone has to face the same direction. And where you take off, they can't land back where they take off. They have to like land in like a different place. It was so nice. The man was so nice. He has speaker, he has music, he was playing music. Even when you're taking pictures, he will like photobomb you, like very nice man. And like so we had that was fun. That was fun for me. Like it was just beautiful. Just like that was a nice way to start my birthday. It was just nice. I was just looking at the sunset and like we're just up and like you're up and you're looking down and everything just don't seems like maybe because I'm not afraid of height though, but yeah, but like you're up, you're looking down, everything just seems so small. Your problem seems small. Everything you're worrying about seems so small. Like it was just so nice. Just give you like a fresh perspective on life. We had that, and it took us like like a beautiful aunt because that's part of the package breakfast. So we had like a breakfast. There's just so much of Morocco food, and one thing I noticed like flies just keep perching on the food, and nobody seems bothered, and everybody just keep eating. And I'm the only one being bothered and keep doing like this, like but it was fun. It was fun. I had like because I like to try new foods. I tried the ones I could try that my stomach could try, my stomach would allow, and it was fun. Then it took us back and we went back to the city. I was taking pictures of the environment as we were going. They were going. They could not drop me back. Like I said, where I was staying was like really really far. Was the village part. Most very were like no that's far. So they dropped me at the city hotel. They were had to come out for them to pick me. So I was communicating with the manager who was communicating with the driver and also communicating with the driver in a way that okay, so but the driver was already there waiting for me. So I just it was literally the market. The hotel was in the market. So I just walked because I was trying to like use the ATM, but I just walked and there was like all these people in Lagos Island that will be oh yeah, my brother, all this kind of they were like there. So there was one guy to just grab me. I need to show me there's one place they sell oil. I was just it took me to like a place in the market where I found out that the oil was cheaper in the market than the one I like than the amount that that lady sold it for me at the day side. Like I think now I'm even angry again. It's like this because it's so crazy. I hate when people just try to just scam you or do like it pisses me off. I hate greedy people because it was like times three of the price or times four of the initial price that they sold. They were like, why do you have to be greedy? But anyway, so I was there, I took pictures. I was like, no, I have this oil already. I don't need to buy. I was at the market. There was this woman that grabbed my hand and just started doing it on my hand. I was like, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. She was like, no, don't worry. This is for love. This is for free. She did on my like on my hand. It's all gone. She did. It was fun. And the driver keeps calling me. You say something in French, but obviously I knew like he's trying to say like he's waiting for me and everything. So I went. The all car, they're all like the same. So I'll go. I'll be looking at where is it? Where is it? He'll come out and wave. At some point, I used to even think like, I hope I didn't even forget his face. But he come out and wave, and I was seeing then we end that they were going back to the hotel, but I was like, now it's in the morning. Now it's in the morning, so I could see more of the city. So I was taking pictures as we were passing, we were seeing places. There's one place I saw that they were doing suya, all these fire suya that is like on the stick. So I wanted to buy the driver. I was like, no, 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 bad, 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 bad. So I was like, oh, okay, I just take it as okay, maybe it's not good. maybe the way they cook it or they make it. So I was like, okay, don't worry, I'm not going to buy it, I'm not going to buy it. And so like it was fun. We went back to the hotel, like I told the driver, because like I said, like way before from the beginning of this episode, that I had like a reservation for like a restaurant. The driver was supposed to come back and pick me. I think we agreed on 7 o'clock in the evening. So it was like, oh yeah, he's going to come. So we got there. The manager was like, oh, welcome, happy birthday. The ones that not in the house. That what I want to do now that they made me a cake. I was like, oh, that was so nice of them because I think I mean, like I told them it was my birthday. Like while I was booking, when you're booking, they will ask, "Do you have any special requirement?" I was like, "It's my birthday," and I actually thought they were going to charge me for the cake, which they didn't. Which like that was so sweet. They're like, "Oh, so what?" I was like, I'm like, "Oh, it's so hot. I just need to change, and I want to sit by the poolside." And I just like I've not really had good food, so I just ordered Morocco salad. So they're like, "Oh, okay. After your salad, we'll bring your cake." I was like, "Thank you." So I had like my Morocco salad by the poolside, and by the poolside, I was eating like everyone in this hotel, like everyone just like paparazzi as they were coming with the cake and like because I was still talking to like a friend on the phone, like talking like happy birthday and everything. So they paused, they were coming, they paused, and I look and they're like, we're coming. Do you want to make a video? I was just laughing, and I was so happy that they did that because I could like get the video of them coming and singing happy birthday because we were singing happy birthday. Some guests that lodged there to came out, they're like, oh, it was so fun. I enjoyed it and I really, really, really loved the cake was like a chocolate chocolate ice cream cake. And I did ask that, but it felt like there was like Baileys in it. But I'm not so sure because they don't sell alcohol in that hotel, so I'm not so sure there was Baileys. Or maybe like it was just so delicious, so delicious. I had like 50% of it. I could not finish it. I kept it in my fridge. They're like, oh, put it in your fridge. I was gonna take it with me at the airport, but I knew like they're not going to allow me to take it in the plane. It's just going to waste. So I would rather like they eat it than it getting waste. So just give it to them the whole they should share it with this type of very, very delicious cake. Everybody took pictures, it was nice. They prayed for me. The reception, the lady, very sweet lady, prayed for me. I thought everything good in life and everything. It was so fun. So yeah, so after that, then I went to the pool side. I slept, chilled. There was time to prepare for my dinner, which I did. Went back to my room, got dressed, my makeup. The driver was waiting for me outside. Then, as we're going to, I make video because I love nightlife. So we went to the restaurant. So it was like a restaurant, lodge, and bar together. And beside it, I like to think. I think it's like a big. Like I like to think the hotel is the whoever holds the hotel is the one that holds the Noble restaurant also because beside the Noble restaurant there's like an hotel. So I'm like, okay, now I'm seeing the vision. I'm saying like, okay, I'm seeing the different plan. That if anyone was like a proper plan would be to actually lodge beside this bar because this bar they open from 6 to I think 1 a.m. So imagine if you are lodging beside it and you could just stay and just chill, get drunk, knowing that okay, your room is just like a walk it like just 1 second walk because it's like literally this is the hotel, this is the and the way the restaurant is that like the restaurant is like around like a pool, so there's like a stage built on the pool. The DJ is good, playing good music. The lady that the lady of the night that performs singing people's songs, like not like a song, but just like normal songs that you know, sang Beyonce songs, sang Waka Waka, like just like normal song, sang some Morocco song, which was actually catchy and nice, also very good. The ladies and the men that were performing like very nice. It was just so cool. Just like you're having like a dinner with a review, and also you're allowed to smoke because there's like ashtray on each table. There's candle on each table. It was just so nice, so cozy, so sweet. So yeah, like I said, I made my reservation way back from Instagram. So when I go ahead, I walked in, I was impressed. I was like, okay, everything is living up to the old Instagram post. Because like, oh, what's your name? Oh, I'm a Taylor. And I like, oh, it's your so while I was there was like a couple behind me, like a lady and a man. I didn't know they were couple, like, but they sat down beside me. Then later found out that they were couples. So the lady, like, when I turned back, like our eyes met, and she smiled at me. So I smiled at her. So she looks chilled. So luckily we're sitting like beside each other. Like this was my table and this was the other table. So as they were going to sit me, the lady was like, "Oh, it's your birthday. We are sitting right like in front of the show, so you can see the show." Then the lady was like, "Oh, like oh, you are here alone." I was like, "Yes." I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Oh, like I'm going to come. I'll be coming to check on you," which was so funny, but at the same time, it was so sweet. Like I said, almost everyone like customer service was really, really top notch, like in Morocco. She's like, "Oh, I'll be coming to check up on you." I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Then she all going, then she sat me. Then the lady they sat there with her husband. So the menu, I think the only thing the restaurant needs to work on it, they need to have like an English menu. So I opened the menu trying to see what I'm going to order. Like everything was in French. Like French. Like I said, I'm not dumb. There's some things that like even if it's in a different language, you could actually pick and like, okay, I get what they're trying to say here. But at the same time, you still will understand some other things. So I was looking at it and I asked for the attention of one of the workers. They were like, "Oh, they don't have English menu." Like, what do you say? You know, like, "Oh, but I should check their Instagram online. Maybe they will be English." I checked everything, so everything was in French. So I just tapped, like, I just looked beside me, the lady. I just asked, "Excuse me, please, do you speak English?" She was like, "Yeah, small, like, yeah, small, small." I was like, "Yeah, please, can you explain this menu to me because I don't understand what's going on." She said, "Ah, yeah, sure." So she did. So we thank God she even did because she was like letting me know. So I was looking at 1 minute. She was like, "Oh, this part." She said something there. So I was like, "Oh, I like this. Let me order this." She was not like, "Oh, but it's raw. Like it's not going to be cooked or anything." Like, no, I don't play with raw food. Why am I eating raw food? And she was like, "Okay, then that means this whole page is not for me because this whole page it's whole raw food." So like they actually have some places like sushi, like just so many. There's even like a fish, but everything's going to come out raw. They don't cook it like this page. So we got on that page. She explained everything. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm just doing it." So I later went for Singapore noodles with prawns. And uh, for drinks, I had a Ponsta Martini. I had a glass of Italian white wine. For yeah, um, for starters, I had Korean chicken, which was good. Oh my god! One of the main reasons why I would even love to go back to Morocco is because of this restaurant. Their food was delicious, and I mean delicious. Like, if there's any English to describe when you eat something worth your money, please. That's what I'm trying to communicate right now when I'm talking about their food and their drinks. And I had a whole bottle of water. I had like I had like dessert, like there was cake with not cake, I think like a cookies or something, like with ice cream with melted chocolate. All these things I just said was under £100, like literally under no, why am I even saying £100? Under £90. Like I was just so hungry at places I've eaten in the UK. I was like, God, UK people have been scamming us, and this was like so delicious. It wasn't even about like, oh, it's not expensive. The portion has to be small. The portion was enough, and everything was freshly made. Yeah, like I had to wait for like few minutes before they could bring my food. I had to even change it. The driver was supposed to come back and pick me up 11 o'clock. I just told him to come 12:30 because I like it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm not even started eating. I just told him to come 12:30. But then you're not really angry that where's my food because there's just so much going on in front of you. You're seeing views, you're seeing sexy lady dancing, like you're moving, you're singing, like there's just so much. So you're not even really angry about like, oh, my food is. But still, the lady still came to meet me and apologized that we are so sorry that all our food are freshly made and that's why it's taking time. I was like, no, don't worry, I'm chilled. I'm sipping my drink. I'm looking at sexy lady winding their waist and their boobs and everything. Like I'm like, trust me, I'm in heaven. I'm enjoying it right now. So they brought the food. Like I said, delicious. Like especially the Singapore noodles, God, with the prawns. I finished everything. The Korean wings. I was just like, God, God. And one thing also is I think like not necessarily like a lesson, but one thing that I noticed like sometimes when you see something maybe like online or from afar, you not really you be like, oh, it's not for me, like oh, I can't afford it. Like I mean, the restaurant I wasn't really thinking. I just like made a reservation. But when I was talking to those two ladies I met, and I was like, oh, if you want to join, when they were checking on Instagram, they were like, oh, it looks like it's going to be too expensive. Oh, it looks like so in my mind, so they kept that thing in my head. I'm like, oh, I hope it's actually not going to be too expensive. I hope it's not going to be like out of my budget kind of But I went there, it was actually like within my budget kind of restaurant. I was like, oh, well, like I think this like just have to don't try to feel like, oh no, this is not for me. Oh no, this is not my level. Like, cause most time you go there and you realize it's actually no. But yeah, anyway, like I said, anything that's taking back to Morocco is to be because of that restaurant. Like I probably just want to go to Morocco like just on a Friday and come back on a Sunday. Why I lodged like the hotel beside that restaurant, and all my days I'm just eating there. Their food was just so delicious, so affordable. Everything under £90, everything that I said I ordered, not ordered £90. With that staff so nice, the DJ very good. He knows what he was in. There's one point they were playing one song. I thought it was sounding like Ashake. I was moving my body. I was just vibing. But it was like an African song, so not a Ashake song, but still I was just vibing. And you could just observe everything that was around, like couples are coming, people in groups. There were lots of people doing celebrating their birthday that day because when they're bringing your dessert, they come with the old light that we use in Nigeria where you're popping champagne and with candle on your dessert. Then the staff will sing happy birthday. They did it for like 2 or 3 people. Then when it was my dessert time, they did it too. The staff too. Like I think everyone in Morocco knows how important it is about documentary. They start to say, bring a phone, bring a phone, bring a phone. When I was about to blow my candle, we were just making videos everywhere, singing happy birthday, doing video. It was so nice. I had fun. They were like, make a wish, I made a wish. They took their candle back, had my dessert. And the lady will be like, oh, bring my bills. The lady was like, ah, you want your bill? You don't want to? Boogo, 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 boogo. Like, I don't want to because the place sound as bar, restaurant, and at the same time, like kind of club. It was like, I don't want to boogo dance today. I said, no, my hotel is far from me. I need to get moving. Yeah, then I did, paid my bills, and went to the toilet, took some pictures in the toilet, asked someone to take some of my pictures. It was just nice. And then I came out. Then I was looking for my driver. Where was he? Then he came out. He was waving his hand. Then I saw my driver. Then like we had like a nice journey. Like I said, 12 past 12. Everywhere was still alive. I was like when we were passing, we saw two bikes that ate each other. Like everywhere was still alive. I was like, this is my kind of city. I just like because I love nightlife. Like I don't know. I don't. There's something about a city that is just still alive at night that makes me happy. So I was just like taking videos. I was enjoying. I got to the hotel. The security was waiting for me, and the driver, like I paid him all his money. I tipped him because the man was like super helpful and nice too, and he was so kind to me and he reminded me of my lecturer. So I took a picture of him because I didn't want. I asked the security guy to take our pictures because I didn't want to forget his face. I didn't even think I would ever even forget his face. He was like a very nice man. So I did that. Then yeah, I did that. Went back to my hotel. Tried packing. My foundations broke, probably is like the bad thing I would say happened to me in the trip because it pained me. Like I was so pained, but my foundation broke. But yeah, packed, just getting ready and set for the next day. The next day came, had like my breakfast. I thanked the chef. The chef too was nice. His food, like at least some of the food I had. Every morning I was having the Morocco bread, different things, and the omelette. But I had Morocco salad, which was nice, but just fresh tomatoes, fresh cucumber, onions, and most of their food is always the spice that like it's always the spice that brings out the best. There's this nice spice on the Morocco salad that I really loved. And for the dinner I had with those girls, I had um I don't it looks like fried rice, but I'm not sure if that's what they call it. Then with all this like beef, like a soya beef that they put in steak with bread and chips, and like I said, it's spice that always makes their food. Then some spice and some sauce. It was nice. I thanked him. I gave him a gift. Um, the reception lady too, like, oh, are you prepared? Are you like, it was so nice. The security guy came to help me with my bag. Like, like I said, everyone was nice, super helpful, super sweet. They gave me my bills, like for the food I had, and yeah, for the food they had. I was thinking they were going to charge me for the cake, which they did not, because I was about to ask them if they charged me for the cake. I was about to ask them. They asked, they sent me a message, but they were so sweet. They didn't charge me for that. So I paid for like what things I need to pay for the tax. the tax and like the food. Yeah, I think that's all I paid for. It was very nice. And I've made plans already with the app, those apps that they refuse to refund my money driver, because the booking I did with them was for the driver to drop me and pick me back. The day was coming, so the driver was like waiting for me already. Then he picked me. So before leaving, I was going to buy Coke, but like I said, the resort is like a very, very big place. That the kitchen is like really, really far from the reception. So the manager was like, "Oh no, like there's no talk to the driver to stop for me to get Coke. Like they can't really go back to the kitchen, and like I get them, it's fast." I was like, "Oh yeah." So we spoke with the driver. So as we were going, the driver parked somewhere, thinking the driver parks like where we later, like I think 30 minutes in the journey, when we got to the place that like there's a shop to get drinks. So he parked. So he got down from the car. So I was like, "Oh, I should give him the money to buy Coke." But then I felt like, do you want to share with my one like by sharing it? And like I said, there is so much of this happening too, like with all my stay, people trying to help me with my bag, trying to, and I didn't really feel comfortable with it, because even on a normal day, I don't even feel comfortable with people really doing stuff for me. It's like recently I'm always like trying to tell myself, okay, you deserve it, calm down, like just like enjoy it or this kind of thing. But then I was still like, I was like, no, like I would go by myself. But I was like, okay, he's going to follow me, because this driver speaks English also. That I was like, okay, he's going to follow me to speak the language with him. So we all both got down, then spoke the language, go on, I need to buy my coat, buy my change. The way we were going, he was trying to open the door for me, then we realized the door was locked. Tried the whole side of the door locked, then realized the key was in the car. Then was like, oh, I was a bit like, because like majority of everyone in Morocco is Muslim. I was like, now I'm hungry at myself, because I felt, oh, it's because of me this is happening, because we stopped to buy Coke. I'm like, oh my god, can't I just do without Coke a day? So the guy was like, oh, what is he going to? Then within like 2 minutes, like men that like surrounded us, they're very helpful community. Like they're asking him in their language and what's going on, what's happening. Then he was explaining and everything. So they're trying to like look for a way to like put like a little bit of like hole, make a space with the car door from his side, trying to put like something in to pick the key. So we're trying it with one big iron, but could not do it. They had to run to a place, bend the iron so it could pick. Like it was just so crazy. While all this was happening, like I was still angry at myself, because I felt like a tiny bit responsible. I was still making a video trying to do men at work. I was still making a video trying to do men at work, and like I just love the community father. Everybody just ran, like it didn't even really need to ask, like just because we are just wondering what's going on, everybody just came to it, like to the rescue, trying, like everybody was just trying to be helpful. Then he came back, because I think where he went to get the iron bend was far. So he came back, so we were doing it. Then when it happened, I didn't even know when I clapped. I was like, hey! So we were able to get the car key. So while I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, the devil is at work. They want they want me to miss this flight again. So he got the car key. Those people that help, we tried to give them something. Those old men, they were like, no, 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 no. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, that they don't want anything. So we were going. The driver kept telling me, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm not like. I'm like, I should be telling you sorry. I felt like was my like. I was like, no, 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 no. It was like never. That this has never happened to him before since he has been driving. I was like, no. It was like, so it was like, oh, what time is your flight? I was like, past 12, but I need to be there 11 o'clock, because now I know you have to, like, I know, like, checking in bags close 1 hour prior to your flight. So like, oh, we should be able to make it, like I said, everyone was super, super, super good customer service I experienced. The guy was just like, oh, okay, try his best, try to, like, oh, we have to get to the airport fast, which we did. I got down, I gave him all the Morocco money that I had left with me as tip, because like I was not going to use it. So we got there, we got, like, I was in the queue. The queue was so long that at some point I was thinking, at this all like the same time flight with me, because I keep having this kid like, I hope I'm not just like, so they were checking my bag. Then the man was like, oh, you have to pay for your bag. I said, pay for what? I've paid while I was booking my flight. Then one lady came to check. He was like, oh, then the man was like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm used to paperwork, I'm not used to computer thing. It was really like trying to explain and be, but then my head, I'm still like, I'm not so sure if I was on the right queue, because all this time is already 12 o'clock. So I'm like, I hope I'm not, like, I've not missed the flight and everything. So I was like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm fine, like everything's alright. So I went to the queue to check in your bag so long, queue to board so long. So when we get there, there's one woman that was squeezing her face. I was like, that's your personal business. part of the people that like I don't know if we call them immigration, but I think we call them immigration in Nigeria, but like people that will like stamp your passport. So when I was going, there was one of the men today that saw my passport. I was so happy to see a Nigerian passport. I was like, okay, I'm happy that you're happy that I'm Nigerian. I was like, oh, you're from Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. I was like, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, it was happy, it was true. Then I we bought. I think was it the connecting one? No, it was even still the body one. Like all this time, and they didn't even communicate that like they were delayed, like the flight was delayed. But everyone was just being scared because the time was like past 12, like some like it was really past 12, 12:40. We're like, oh, they've not closed the boarding gate, but the queue was just so crazy over there. But anyway, we all made it. I saw some girls too, but I think they were going to I don't know where they were going to, but they were going to Spain or something. But it was like a connecting flight, but because I was running to the gate was running, I was like, "Are you for 12:50?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." They should have to get there. They should have to wait because she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to hold like." See if they can hold it down. My friends are at the back, they're still coming. So it was so crazy. And they didn't communicate. It was telling us that, oh, the flight was delayed or something. But everyone was just in their head, still working with the flight was supposed to be 12:50 and now it's like 12:40. What's going on? We're still on the queue. But anyway, I made it my flight. I didn't have to deal with what I dealt with coming in the first place. So yeah, I made it to my flight. I had connecting flight too was so easy, was a nice ride, was a nice flight. Obviously I'm going to be using that airline because when I booked my ticket, I booked like return and going. So I had to like fly with the stupid airline that won't allow me to fly the first time. But I don't think I'll ever want to deal with the airline again. So yeah, so I came back to the UK and it was fun. So it was like I went as a 29 years old woman, I came back as a 30 years old woman, and it was like so far so good. Still the best adventure. Like I made like a nice memories. When I think about everything that happened, I just smiled and everything just gives me like a new perspective of I mean I'm still always going to be planning because I love to plan. I don't think I will ever feel comfortable if I don't really have like a certain planning down, especially when it comes to traveling or whatever. But then it just makes me realize that I have to be oh, what's the English word for this? Oh, it will come to me, I'll remember. But yeah, it just makes like just try to if there's a particular word I want to use, but it's just not coming. But anyway, it just makes me realize no matter what you plan, sometimes and even most time God's plan is always like better than your plan. And this is like a trip that everything didn't go as a plan. But at the end of the day I still had like amazing fun, like amazing fun, made amazing memories. The experience was good and I just pray that for the like yeah for the rest of my life and mostly like my 30s, I pray God's plan will forever be better than whatever plan I have for myself. And I pray His plan is good and positive over my life. And I also pray that whoever is watching, listen, and wherever you are, God's plan will forever be good and better than your plan for your life. So yeah, that's it. So until next time, thank you for watching and I love you.